become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
Is this watch yours?
No, it isn't mine. I blundered upon it under the sofa. Do you know whose watch it is?
Let me have a look. It's mine. I have been looking for it, but just cannot find it. It's present from my father.
Well, here you are. Remember to put it in a proper place.
What are we going to do? I can't get the car out of this ditch. I'm stuck.
I'm worried, Tom. I haven't seen any other cars for almost an hour.
I know. This is terrible. What can we do? This snow doesn't stop falling.
I told you we should have stayed in town today. The weather report said 100% chance of snow. Why did you want to come up here?
I wanted to show you the cabin. We only had another half hour to go.
Well, now we're stuck. What can we do?
I don't know.
I've heard that when this happens, it's important to save energy.
What do you mean?
We're stranded here, Tom. We may be here a long time. We need to conserve the gas in the car. The car's energy is what will keep us warm.
I have plenty of gas.
Yes, but the gas and the battery both have to stay working. We can't just let the car run and run. If we do, it will die soon. Then we'll freeze.
So what can we do?
Turn the lights off. Then, run the car and the heater only about 15 minutes every hour. That will conserve the heat as long as possible.
All right, that's a good idea.
I wish we hadn't come up here. Now we'll probably be here for days.
Days?
Yes, it happens. That is what happens in big snowstorms. People get stranded for days.
Oh, my God. It's good we have food.
Probably we'll survive, but turn the car off for about 45 minutes. Then we'll turn it on again.
Okay. I'll follow your advice.
Jack wonders whether Linda likes him or not.
Why doesn't he ask her?
He is too scared to ask her.
He's a chicken guy.
How do you usually spend your leisure time? I mean, do you have any special interests out of your job?
Of course. You see, almost everyone has some kind of hobby.
Yeah, you're quite right. And what's your hobby?
I like taking photos out of doors.
Oh, photography, it's really a good hobby.
Yes, I usually develop and print all my own photos.
You yourself have a photo studio?
Yes, simple as it is. It does work.
So, your friend's getting married on Saturday. What have you bought her as a wedding gift? I find it's so hard to choose the right gift.
My friend and her fiancé had a really good idea. They have cut out pictures from catalogs and pasted them in a notebook. The picture are of things they want. People sign their name B.
That's clever. Then everyone knows that they are buying something the couple really want and there's no chance of two people buying the same gift. What things were in the notebook?
Most of the things were household appliance. You know, everything from an iron through a vacuum cleaner to a cooker. I think it's an excellent way for everyone who knows the couple to help.
So, what did you get them?
I bought a sewing machine. I know that my friend likes making her own clothes, but her current sewing machine is quite old and has some problems.
What's wrong with is?
She says that after several years of use, it's not working properly. When she uses it, it makes a funny noise.
Household appliances don't seem to last for a long time nowadays.
I think it's because the manufacturers are constantly bringing out new models. Because they know that we will buy the new models, the appliances don't need to last more than 5 or 10 years.
So, John, what do you do for a living?
I'm a sales manager in a publishing company.
Oh, really? That sounds interesting. What kinds of book do you publish?
Oh, mostly fiction, lots of romance, science fiction, biography, stuff like that.
Oh, what a cool job. How long have you worked there?
About 2 years now. If only our company prescribed flex time.
The board has been considering introducing flex time.
Good news. What if be even better if alternative workplace is provided?
Then our entire job could be done by telecommuting.
What are you going to do next year?
I want to go traveling.
Do you have anywhere in mind?
Yes, I've been thinking about Florida.
Good morning. I'm from the New York Book Review. Could I ask you some questions about your latest book?
Sure. Take a seat. What would you like to know?
First, I've heard that your latest book is based on a true story.
That's correct. It's a murder mystery based on actual murders that took place in Florida several years ago. The main character, the police investigator, is based on the man who investigated the case.
How do you research your books?
I always visit the places that I use as setting for stories. Readers like things to be as factually correct as possible, even in fiction. I usually base my characters on people I have met. Most characters are a mixture of the characters of 2 or more people.
I really like your books. I've just finished this one. I read it from cover to cover in a single day. Congratulations on making the bestseller list yet again.
Thank you. Let Met sign it for you. There you go.
Oh, thank you very much. I heard that you are currently writing a collection of short stories. What are the stories about?
There's a real mix of stories in the book. I haven't finished all of them yet, though. Many of them are short detective stories, but there are also horror stories and sci-fi ones. If you give me your business card, I'll make sure you get an advance copy to review.
Thanks very much. I'm sure it will sell well. I can't wait to read it. Here's my card. Thank you for your time. Would you like to have dinner with me tonight?
Sorry, I have to work overtime.
You are really career-minded.
My boss promised to pay me double time.
Did you hear how cold it got last night?
I heard the radio announcer say it was 18 degrees below zero.
It was so cold this morning. I could hardly start my car.
My car didn't want to start either at first.
Don't you have a garage?
Not in the new apartment. We have to leave the car in the parking lot.
How much antifreeze did you put in your new car then? You must have to keep it well below zero.
I do. Right now I have it protected up to 30 below zero.
Does it ever get that cold on here?
Not really. It sometimes gets to 20 below.
Speaking of cold, how about going for a cup of coffee to warm up? What did you do last night?
I just stayed at home and watched TV.
Did you watch the Barcelona versus Madrid game?
Yes, it was a very evenly matched game.
What were the results of the game?
It ended in a tie.
What was the actual score?
It was 3-all.
Really? I thought Barcelona was going to win. They are a much better team than Madrid.
If Barcelona had played as they normally do, they should have won.
What happened?
Their goalkeepers got injured after the first goal, but he kept on playing anyway.
That explains it.
How many more games are left this season?
That was the last game before the playoffs.
When do the playoffs start?
In a few weeks. Are you planning on watching them?
Of course. I really love watching football games on TV.
Me, too. Do you want to come over and watch the next game at my place? I'm planning on having a few people over to watch it together.
Sure, that would be great.
Okay, it's a date then. Oh, boy, I hate to say this, but I really have to leave now.
That's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Don't be sorry. We'll talk later.
What's the matter with you, Paul?
I'm not feeling well. I think I'm having a cold.
Looks like it. You need to drink a lot of water and take a good rest.
Yeah, I will.
Hello.
Hi Angela, it's Dan.
Hi B, how are you?
Good.
I called you yesterday. Did you get my message?
Yes, I was taking a shower when you called. I saw that you called and I tried to call you back, but I think your phone was off.
No problem. I wanted to remind you that my friend is getting married next week. You're still coming to the wedding with me, right?
Oh, is that next week?
Yes. Did you forget?
No, of course not. I already bought them a present.
That's good. I want to invite Megan also. Next time you see her, can you tell her for me?
Sure. Does she know your friend?
Yes, I think they might have gone to the same college or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how they know each other.
Are we all going to drive together?
Yes. I'll pick you up first, and then we'll go get Megan.
Woohoo! This just might be the start of the rest of my life.
What happened?
I'm in the market for a job. I went on a website with hundreds of job listings in the area and browsed through them until I got the names of a few employers I would like to work for. I have the resume I wrote for English class last month, and a cover letter will be a piece of cake to write. I've even done my research and found the names of the managers so I can address the letters personally. And you know I can be charming in interviews. Goodbye my penniless days. Hello salary and a career.
Ben, we're 15. What kind of job are you looking for?
Oh, just for a position as a gas station attendant. You know, starting at a simple lowly job, just like all the greats before they made it big in the world.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just in it for the money, right? How else am I going to be able to afford to keep taking Angela to the movies? Besides, I love the smell of gasoline, don't you?
Mike has changed much after marriage.
Yeah, he's almost become a slave. His wife is leading him by the nose.
It's unbelievable. He used to be such a rough guy.
Betty, would you please read this letter of application I've just written? I'd like to have your opinion.
I'd be glad to tell you what I think.
Good. I'm interested in your advice.
If I were you, I would change the beginning. You should write about your education first because we like to judge a man by his abilities.
Good idea, Betty. What would you think about the second part?
I think it's too short. You'd better say something about your work experience.
You're right. I'll change it. How about the last part?
Very good. But you should talk about your family, too.
I agree. I appreciate your helping me.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.